San Francisco swept LA for the second straight season and looks for their 9th win in their last 12 meetings. It's NFC West football next on Monday night.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be fourth down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate. And
he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. He was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
And he could only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Now this is taken in by the tight end Bryson Hopkins. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 15-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here we go now on first and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 9th overall. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team. It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. Route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle. You put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one, 32 yards. They'll run on first down. Mitchell. And down right around the 32-yard line, 40 yards on the pickup. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Bobby Wagner, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, Lance. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Lance looking to throw it. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 31, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Let's go.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, he's got it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. Touchdown! Cam Akers as the first half is winding down. And the Rams would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now it's Wilson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we now proceed to the start of the second half.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. On first down, Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Lance. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Smith. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play of who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown.
Cam Akers there to make the grab. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The return man, Wilson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Now it's Wilson. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that left.
And now here is another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, and it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. On second down now. It's Mitchell. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. To throw, it's Lance. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing is Lance on third down.
Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Charlie Werner, the tight end, the intended target.
But it'll be second and goal.
And Lance going to throw.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Ray McCloud, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Niners get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense.
And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Second down at 7. They'll go again here with Akers.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his sixth touchdown of the season.
And the 49ers have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
Here we go. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a two-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last two drives.
Yeah, right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a two-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On 2nd and 9, Stafford, and that'll be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Mitchell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Lance.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got him in, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one, 36 yards.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Meanwhile, Lance's throw here pulled in by Hilton.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Now Lance.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
And Lance now to throw.
Flush to his right. And it's caught. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ray McCloud with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Rams ready to go on offense. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. After the sack on first down, Stafford, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Now Gould for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. We get a look now at the 49ers defense as they get into position. And they're just trying to keep him out of the end zone. Obviously, a field goal does no good in this situation, so what's the appropriate amount of pressure defensively, Charles?
I just had a little more pressure than what is normal.
Nice man, complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. One last throw here for Stanford. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the back.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, headed in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more